Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aaron Johnson, and I am the president of AIAM, the Aerospace Industry Association of Michigan. And I just want to personally say thank you to each of you for being here today. Got a really wonderful day planned, lunch that's going to, great content and speakers. So I want to start off by saying thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to the Lansing Airport, to Nicole and Catherine and the team. Thank you for being such wonderful sponsors and hosts for us today, as well as New Wave and Prescott, our lead sponsors with the airport as well. United CNC as our co-sponsor, and then of course Pratt & Whitney, our lunch sponsor. So without you all, we couldn't be doing this today, so thank you so much. So a little bit of just kind of give an overview rundown for what we've got in store today. So I'll chat for a minute or two, just give a quick overview of AIAM, and Brittany will chat about our foundation. We're actually going to switch it up a little bit. We're extremely fortunate to have the folks from Beta Technologies join us. Nate Ward's going to speak and talk a little bit about what Beta's been doing, kind of piggybacking off of the really wonderful event this morning. So Nate will jump up after the foundation. And then Mark Pardee from Prescott talking about CMMC Compliance, which is a fascinating subject. And then we are really fortunate to have Mirko Gamba from the University of Michigan Aerospace Engineering program talk about some exciting research that they're doing in propulsion technologies, and then other research at the university. So all in all, like a really great, engaging, filled with content day. Kind of at the bottom here, we have this connect, learn, and grow, and I like to think it's kind of become our unofficial motto in a lot of ways, or kind of slogan for AIAM. And so really that is at the core of what we're doing. So we hope, one, that you have the opportunity to connect with peers. And I really do mean that in a genuine way, that today I believe that connection and connecting with people is what drives so much of the work that we do. It gives us all meaning in what we do every day. And so I hope that you take a moment at some point today, if you haven't already, to connect with the people that you're sitting with at the table. Introduce yourself, ask them about their business, because really the conversations and the opportunities that flow out of things like today cannot be replicated. It's just unbelievable. So that's connect. Learn. We're going to have so many opportunities to learn. Think about like the content that's going to be covered. That's really one of the staples for us. We hope that you, by attending some of these events, find some engaging topics that are being covered, and that you walk away with maybe an insight or an idea that can help your business back at home, or maybe just some questions to go back and say, hey, how are we dealing with this? Are we prepared for stuff like CMMC? Are we ready? And it can help strengthen your business and your organization. And then lastly, the grow piece, right? I mean, that's why we're all here. We want to grow the aerospace industry, where it's at right now in terms of we've got this convergence of commercial aerospace with its long runway. Some of these programs having decades of backlog that are there, a decade. Then you have at the same time, right, we've got defense aerospace that is growing at a rapid pace. And then you've got advanced aerial mobility and electric propulsion and drone technology. And so that whole industry is really gaining speed. And then of course the commercialization of space. And all of these industries share the same supply chain, same issues. And so there are opportunities for growth that exist are plentiful. So just at a very high level, I want to talk about AIAM. So this is one of my favorite slides to share. I think so many folks don't know this, are surprised when we do share this. Over 1,000 businesses in Michigan that are supporting the aerospace industry. Many of them are diversified, right? But many are not. Many are, this is what we're doing, we're all in aerospace and aircraft systems. So, 1,000 businesses, 30,000 jobs, 7 billion in revenue. And as you can see, they're diversified all across the state. It's not, yes, of course we have some clusters, but it is across the state. And then in terms of what we're doing and capabilities, we're extremely diverse. So you see whether, I'm not gonna go through the full list there, but whether it's, avionics, to composites or landing gear work or surface treatment, MRO facilities, all across the board, our industry is extremely diverse in Michigan. This is a great slide to show, and I think one of the things that makes us pretty unique at AIAM is our board of directors. And so the point of this is to show this isn't just our AIAM team that comes up with what we're doing, but this is truly led by the industry. So our board is intentionally made up of small, medium, and large businesses from across the state, geographically spread. So the point of that and why I share is the things that we do, when I talk about the programs that we offer and some of those things, it's really all coming from business. It's coming from the community to say, this is what we value, this is what we need. And so, yeah, I think that's a very unique part of our association. So really most of our work falls into three big buckets, if you will. Opportunities to connect, right? We kind of talked a little bit. Today's a great example of that. So, where members and we open up most of our events to the community so you can come and get to know one another, learn about engaging topics in the industry. So whether it's a luncheon, we do these luncheons throughout the year, maybe it's a Red Wings game or a golf outing or a technology expo, and of course our big conference, Aero One, which I'll talk about a little bit at the end of the day, coming up. The second piece, pillar that we work in is legislative advocacy and working with our government partners. We are extremely fortunate in the state of Michigan to have such great alignment from both our elected officials having like this wonderful supportive bipartisan defense and aerospace caucus, working with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation and other economic development agencies, how that ties together with associations like ours and the programs that we can offer and really supporting the growth of the industry in the state, raising awareness for those 1,000 companies that exist. So that's a big part of what we do. And then the third piece is all about talent development, education. We know that one of, if not the number one issue that all of our companies continue to talk about, the constraining factor is talent, is having enough people to grow. And so we've got a couple of wonderful programs, a drone soccer initiative that's really all about getting 8th through 12th grade students engaged and exposed to STEM career fields and options with a bit of aviation and aerospace bent to it, as well as the Michigan Youth Future Flight Challenge, which is all about 4th to 8th grade students. So really connecting with students at kind of where they are and helping to begin to fill that pipeline. Doing that kind of work, right? It's one thing to have luncheons and events where we can have a little bit of, there's a ticket cost to that, but when it comes to really supporting, talent and workforce development programs, that's why we started a foundation. So a couple years ago, we started a foundation to really help support that sort of work that we're doing, all the programs at AIAM, but particularly those related to talent development. So with that, I will turn it over to Brittany Thielander, the Executive Director of the AIAM Foundation.